This is my old iPad Pro and this is my new iPad Pro. But let's start in order. Why did I decide to buy a new iPad even though my old one was very good? I'll start by telling you that this old iPad had more than 5 years. And it was starting to give up a little bit. This is due to the heaviness of the programs that I have to use. As you know, if you see my videos, you know that I bought a new 3D printer. And the biggest part of the designing for the 3D printer happens from the programs of the iPad. And sometimes it happened that the old one decided to shut down suddenly, losing all the works and all the progress that I did. Or simply, when I was editing my videos for TikTok, if you don't follow me on TikTok, please do, it just decided to stop working and shutting down again. Let's say that for what I was using it for, it was more than enough. For instance, a little bit of 3D modeling, taking notes, editing videos, and viewing files. But for most of these works, I had to go back to the old and good MacBook. But I wanted a compromise between the superpower of the MacBook Pro and the lightness and portability of the iPad. Because come on, this closes and it's very, very small. And this is why the new iPad Pro 2024 is the best compromise I found. Let's start by comparing the two devices to show you some of the new features added. I'm not a technician, so I won't be able to tell you the technical information about it. But I will talk about the functional and the aesthetic new features added. The only technical thing I can actually tell you is about the chip. We have an A12Z in the old one, and we moved to an M4 in the new one, which is more performing and might solve all the problems that I listed you before. First of all, I wanted to tell you this upgrade that I did, which is from the 11 inches of the old one to the 13 inches of the new one. I decided to pick the biggest size because it's useful both for working, watching videos, watching what I'm doing on the screen, for instance. And still talking about the screen, they moved the front camera from the shorter side of the iPad to the longest side. So from like a vertical to an horizontal. And this is very useful for video calls and for meetings online because they added also this feature of the camera following you. And this new iPad Pro is the thinnest ever created by Apple. It is around 5 millimeters and it is amazing. You can actually perceive it. I decided to get the glass with the nano texture, even though I was a little bit unsure about it, because I heard some people saying that it was too fragile, too delicate, and easily scratchable. I have had it for 4 months, and for this reason, I'm being very, very careful with it, and I'm treating it like my son. But it is a very interesting and useful addition. Both indoor with artificial lights and outdoor with sunlight, it does not reflect anything. And this allows super cool color rendering, in addition to not tiring the eyes too much with all the reflection of the light. So I would say that I approve this feature. A great update is also the keyboard. This time is in aluminum, which gives a premium feeling in relation to the old kind of plastic that we had. In addition, the touchpad is bigger, and we have the same keys that we have also in the MacBook to control the brightness of the screen, to control the volumes, and also to turn it off. In fact, I actually use it as a PC. For the Apple Pencil, something weird happened. I thought the old one would be compatible for the new iPad, but it wasn't. This was a surprise, so I had to buy it too. And this new Apple Pencil has some features that I didn't really explore that much because I don't draw freehand this often, but it should have some features. And also, I don't know why, but they decided to have just one camera instead of two as we had in the old iPad Pro. I mean, it was a useful feature, but even if we don't have it, it's not a big deal. In conclusion, I would say that this was a very, very important expense, but I wanted to improve my working and study setup, which actually I could make a video about it. So let me know in the comments if you want to see my student setup. For now, I have to say goodbye. I really hope you enjoyed the video and see you soon.